What's going on, everybody? This is the Cop the Restock podcast. I am the MackRoberts. I'm Joey Green, except he's here on this side. It's been a couple weeks. I don't know how to podcast anymore.
It's all good. It's all good. We figuring it out.
Yeah, I was in Brazil last couple of weeks, so we couldn't film, unfortunately, and it's a shame because we kind of missed the Cool Kicks saga, which basically erupted in real time as I was in Brazil, and I was like, "This is so crazy." We thought about
Madness.
we thought about doing a pod. We just couldn't get the times to work out, but now we're never gonna talk about it ever again unless something new happens. But we are gonna talk about more recent news, things that have kind of popped up as of recent, and first and foremost is how you been?
I've been chilling, bro. Copped some pairs this weekend. I had what was it? A $5 coupon from StockX, so I copped those. What is it? Recreation SBs. I don't know the full name, but they got some pink and some brown and a little bit of like army green. I think it
Mm-hmm.
was a release that I've been kind of looking for. It was a kind of a pack. They released the dunks and the trainers
Mm-hmm.
together. So I got the dunks, and then of course I got the soft pink fives as well,
Okay.
3M all over. Haven't worn them yet because I know it's gonna be Crease City, but they are very very pretty
Mm-hmm.
with the little hints of pink. So other than that, just been chilling for real. Caught Battlefield 6, just been cooling for real. How about you?
Nice. Outside of Brazil was cool. Did I cop anything? I came back and there were shoes here, and I was like, I don't even remember purchasing those. Oh, I did cop a pair of the Howard 3 PE cleats. Gonna turn
Nice.
those into regular Jordan 3s. We'll do a video on those somewhere down the line. And then I got I don't even know. I don't know. I don't remember anymore. Like shoes just come to my house and I'm just like, oh, okay, cool. And they'll just they'll just sit on the side. Oh, I got the A1s. That's what I got. The black and silver ones. The Las Vegas Aces, her championship PE.
Oh,
Got
nice,
those.
nice, nice.
Also shout out to the Las Vegas Aces. They were the WNBA champions for this season. Finished them out in four. Beat the brakes off the Phoenix Mercury.
Hmm.
And Asia Wilson is now your first WNBA Finals MVP, regular season MVP, and DPOY all in the same season.
It's crazy.
Crazy work. We'll talk about a couple more of her releases later. Y'all can see the release slate right over there. But first thing we're gonna get into is some news happening in Oregon, which is Nike is rebranding the Beaverton campus in Beaverton, Oregon, for the first time, and it's going to be a special and momentous. It's going to be renamed in honor of Phil Knight. It's going to be called Phil H. Knight or Beaverton campus, which is, I mean, he's the one of the co-founders of Nike. Not surprised at all about that. How are you feeling about it?
Um, Pretty excited about it. It's gonna be cool to have Phil's name attached to that, just due to his legacy and whatnot. I know the campus has been there for quite a long time now, so kind of feels due for, I don't want to say a facelift, but some upgrades. So I'm
Yeah.
definitely looking forward to seeing what they come up with and how it's gonna look. And I know, with Nike and their innovation, I know it's gonna be very sick, and everybody's gonna want to see it in person. So I'm pretty excited to see what they do with it. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, for sure. I also, speaking of, have to make a trip out to the Beaverton campus. Got to see the Innovation Kitchen at least once. I've been having that on my list for years now, but you have to go all the way out to Oregon, and nobody's pressed to do. Like you go there, and then like what else? Basically, I guess you can go to Portland, but like Portland and I don't know how close Portland is to Beaverton, but like that's really the only things you do in Oregon. Yeah, actually quickly see how far is Portland from Beaverton.
Yeah, I definitely got to get out there too. That's the only thing that I would do if I was in that neck of the woods. So
Yeah.
makes
So
sense.
it's a 30-minute drive, which isn't that bad, I suppose.
Yeah, not too bad.
Yeah. Spend like a weekend out there and go to Beaverton and then come back, and that's basically it. I guess I suppose that's something that Next up we have kind of like an interesting one. It's the Instant Got 'em. What this is Nike had a little event at Nike Chicago, and kind of like Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, they handed out these gold tickets basically saying that you can get any Nike sneakers release between October 10th and November 18th, 2025. So nice month and a week, I guess. How you feeling about it, man?
Hey, I mean, instant got 'em is always good. I don't remember everything off the top of my head as far as the release calendar, but to have a guaranteed got 'em is pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
I know these were, specific to that area, so I know folks were happy to get that golden ticket. So, hopefully they spread that out to DC. But an instant got 'em is very cool. So Nike's always finding out ways to treat their customers because as much as we spend with them, it's always good that they give back. So very cool, very cool.
Yeah. Speaking of places they should also drop them in New York. But one of the big talking points about this was the release coinciding with the um Fragment Air Jordan 1 or Fragment Travis Scott Air Jordan 1. And what if you didn't use this on the Fragment Air Jordan? Like, what if you used it on, like, I don't know, like the Halloween pack or something like that? I think that's a great use of your Instant Got 'em. Use it on the Halloween Nike basketball pack or the Jordan 1 Pro Greens that are coming out this weekend. That's what you should use it on. Don't use it on the Travis Scotts.
Right.
They're already going to be impossible to get, and with these tickets, if you have it, it's almost a certainty that you're probably going to use it for that as well.
Yep.
I suppose that, I mean, again, it was a cop the resale beforehand. I suppose it's going to be a cop the resale now for sure.
Absolutely. You already know.
Next up, Jordan Brand is adding to their retro calendar for 2026. First thing up is the return of the Jordan 8 Chrome. Last seen 2016. First release in 2003. Talk to me, Jay.
Yeah, so I'm actually happy that these are coming back out. I actually had a '03 pair as a young youth, so I'm definitely hyped to see these come back out. This was a Jordan 8 that I always loved. Um, yeah, straight up cop. Maybe not a double up, but definitely a pair that I'm gonna cop. So these have always been clean to me. So I'm definitely excited to hear that these are coming back out.
Yeah, I also had when we were in college, I had an '03 pair, and I was so heartbroken because it was an older pair, and I wore it maybe like 4 or 5 times, and then the suede started to, or nubuck started to kind of crack and kind of flake off, like a lot of
Mm,
those Jordan 8s
yeah.
in that era did. Like those, I remember the
Yep.
playoffs also did that a lot.
Hmm.
And I had a can of like melatonin suede dye, which I don't think they even make anymore, and I would just spray it on the nubuck trying to coat and cover it up. But after a while, it became too much. But I'm glad that they're dropping these again. I'm probably gonna cop another pair because I'm a huge fan of Jordan 8, so it's truly needed for me.
For sure. RIP to those '03 pairs out there.
Next up we have the Jordan 9 Space Jam or True Red. Contrary to belief, it's not the Jordan 9 playoff. There were no playoffs that he wore these in. He wore the 10. Well, he wore the 8. Then he wore the 10. Then he wore the 11. There was no playoff 9. But first time retroing. It's been 10 years. First time retroing since 2016. The OG release and then the 2000. Was there a 2002 release? And then a 2010 release? For the 30th anniversary of Space Jam, they're going to be retroing this. They are probably going to retro the Space Jam 11 with these as well. I need a pair of these for sure. For whatever reason, didn't cop a pair of the 2016 release, and now they're kind of sitting like $400, $350, and I'm just like, no, I'll wait. I don't need 9s that bad, but yeah, I need a pair for sure. Yep. Instance. And this and the Chrome 8s will both be coming out in fall of 2026. No definitive date, just fall 2026. Also on the docket will be the Air Jordan 4 Toro Bravo. Last seen for the first time, it was a OG release or a first release in 2013. I remember seeing that mellow pair with the black on black wings with the black instead of the gray where the wingtips are. And I remember going crazy over those, and then they dropped these. I have no clue where my 2013 pair is. I couldn't even. Like, shoes have just gotten lost in the ether after a certain amount of time. But this pair coming back, I truly need. I'm gonna get a pair for sure. Yeah, and we were actually talking off camera about these beforehand about how releases like these, which came out in my mind not that long ago, because they came out in college, and in my mind we were in college 4 years ago. But these, it's been 13 years since these have released, and that's just crazy to think. But these actually do have a release date. It's going to be May 23rd, 2026. Probably going to be at that 215-ish price. So just go ahead and get your coins ready, because Jordan Brand is not playing with the retros. Get Joey a pair of Toros for his birthday. Taurus Toros. Um, Now the last release that's gonna be coming for 2026 that was announced this past week is the Jordan 17 Black Patent, and this is gonna be a Jordan 17 low. We said we wanted Jordan 17s. I don't disagree. This is not what we wanted, Jordan Brand. Like, Jordan Brand is gonna be like, see, this is what you guys wanted, right? Here it is. And then they're gonna sit and they're gonna be like, this is why we don't buy Jordan 17. I mean, this is why we don't bring back Jordan 17s. And it's like, this is not what we asked for. We asked for OG colorways. We asked for, get us the Wizards colorway. We'll buy those. The Lightning sold out. Like, we'll buy the 17, but like, this is not a. I'm not really feeling this in the slightest. Mm-hmm. Yeah. We've already dubbed these as they call them the Black Patents. They're already the prom nights. They're the cap and gowns in my mind. um. Also, funny thing, I feel like Jordan Brand isn't really doing a lot of the 17 high. It's simply just the 17 lows that they've been retroing also. And I think that you can we'll buy the 17 high. Like I said, the original Midnight Navy pair we'll go for. The black and red pair is always going to be a classic. You can give us the home and the away in the Midnight Navy, and then I feel like the varsity red pair as well. Like those, we can we'll do work on those, and that's the roundup for the Jordan Brand. Next up, we have Nike basketball, and first up, we have, like we talked about at the top of the show, Nike A1's coming out. We've got two new colorways on the way. This one is going to be a P. The other one is going to be a more Halloween themed pair. First up is the multicolor, which just looks like a crayon box. I do remember seeing her in these. I think it was like a game in like, I want to say like September, August, and I mean they look nice, like, but it gives really much like it's a coloring book pair. They're calling it the multicolor. It's crayon box.
Yeah, very Crayola looking. But the colors do work with each other. Looks like
Mm-hmm.
a spring or summer type of shoe, but um, yeah, colorful. Gives me the vibe of Crayola crayons, but I think they'll work.
Yeah, and with the A1 being such a popular silhouette, I think that Nike's also gonna be just throwing things at the wall, just seeing what sticks as far as the shoes go.
Yeah,
And what one thing, like I'm liking that they're dropping the A1Ps. I need that Caitlin Clark uh Cookie Monster Kobe 6. That's what I need to drop. Cause that
yeah.
pair, I saw those and I was like, that is the craziest thing. I need those. And being that like Caitlin Clark is like a size like 9 or something like that. Like, there's no way for me to even buy them, even if I wanted to blow the bank on them. Like, I need them to just release. um, Next up is the A1 Candy Corn Queen, and this pair, I like the gradient. It reminds me of the white and gold pair a little bit. Candy corn is gross, but these are at least a nice clean pair.
Yeah, the gradient is clean on them. I think the execution is done pretty well on these. Definitely fits the candy corn theme, and I agree with you. Candy corn is gross, but looks pretty good on this shoe with the gradient and the complementary colors. So a nice little nod to Halloween and the nasty candy known as candy corn.
Listen, I'm glad that you're not pro candy corn because
Can't do it.
I feel like we probably would have had to stop the pod right here. This would have been the last episode of Cop the Restock. Just it's such a gross candy, but these are clean. I do like the way that they put this together for sure. The candy corn queen pair, which is this pair, is going to be dropping on October 22nd. for a retail price of 115, and the multicolored pair is going to be dropping on October 24th for retail price of 115. Next up, we have the Nike Book 1 in the Aurora colorway, and at this point I need book 2s. I don't need any more book 1s. I'm completely book 1'd out. They're all sitting. Everybody is tired of them. It's a nice Phoenix Suns pair or Phoenix Suns Steam pair, but we're done with it. I promise you we're done. Like, you're calling these the Auroras, these are the Sleeping Beauty. I'm Sleeping Beauty on these.
Yeah, I agree. I think it's definitely time for a book two. I think we've seen enough colorways of the book one, and I mean, like you said, this is a nice color for the Phoenix Suns, but um, we've just seen so many colorways of the book ones, and some have been hits, I will admit, but there have been some misses as well. I just think it's time for the book two and to see what Nike can do with that and see how much they can push book and the book twos because
Mm.
book ones could have been pushed a little better. So we'll see.
Yeah. And the book 1 was a shoe when it first dropped. We were like, yeah, this is a fire shoe. And then they sat on it for way too long. And then once they
Hmm.
finally dropped the shoe, we didn't want any more pairs. And then instead of, just dropping select pairs, they oversaturated the market with these. And we're really they're sitting, we're just tired of them. And yeah, I don't need to see any more book 1s. I promise you I'm good.
Yeah, book two now. Book two me.
Yeah. Book to me for sure. Now, this pair will be dropping, if you are interested in this pair, on 11/7, so November 7th, at a retail price of $145. Also, that means that it is going to be in the middle, like in full swing, well, not full swing of the NBA season, but we will have had the NBA season start, and we are still getting book 1 pairs. These are last season shoes. Like, we don't need any more. Now, next up is actually a shoe, even though it is last season shoe. Well, no, it's not. This is the Tatum 4. I'm bugging. Uh the Tatum 4 Welcome to St. Louis pack. So at the Nike Boston store, or Nike, what is it? It's not Nike Boston. It's I want to say Nike Cambridge is actually what it's called. Either way, they dropped this Welcome to St. Louis. They teased this Welcome to St. Louis pack at not Nike Cambridge, Foot Locker Cambridge. That's what it is. And it's going to be the Tatum 4 and the Jordan 11 IE, or the Jordan 11 Low IE. And Foot Locker Roxbury. It was just teased. There were no, I don't think there were any releases. It's slated for a November release. How you feeling about the pack?
I think the pack looks good. I like the blue on both pairs, and then you got sort of like the mixy orange, yellow, red going on. Um, Not a typical colorway or color scheme that you see every day, so I do like the uniqueness of it.
Hmm?
I think both pairs look good, honestly.
I do like the hairy suede on the back of the Tatum, and the Jordan 11 ILO, which again isn't a shoe that we really see very often as of recent. They've kind of vaulted it just a little bit, which is good because the last time they were dropping Jordan 11 IEs, they were dropping very nasty colors. It was nasty work. Like, they were doing that white and that green colorway, like the highlighter ish color. Like, they were nasty work.
Yeah, they were just
So
slapping colors on.
yeah, and it did not look good. It's gross. But I do like these, and they're also inspired by the St. Louis Cardinals colors. So, this is a clean pack. It's probably going to be a
Definitely.
limited release, probably St. Louis and Missouri. I mean, and Boston or Massachusetts. That's probably where they drop. I don't expect to see them as a widespread release, but it will be dropping on November of 2025, as I said before. Like I said, if you really want it, you're probably going to have to cop the resale. You guys already know the vibes.
Yeah, you already know. Get that resale cash ready.
uh, Next up, we've got Kobe's. Kobe's dropping in the infamous Lower Marion colorway. We are getting the Kobe 5 and we're getting a Kobe Nike Air Force 1. Um Talk to me. How you feeling about the Kobe 5?
I'm a Kobe 5 fan, and I do like the nod to his high school. The high school colors definitely do well on the silhouette. I always love the wine red and the silver. I think it's like a nice color combination, especially on this shoe. It's like a good match or mix and match of like that wine red and silver.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's a nice balance just with a little bit of white on there as well. So
Yeah.
I think any type of nod to Kobe's high school is pretty cool. So this is a pretty fire shoe. So I like these a lot.
Yeah, and when these originally dropped, 2010, I remember seeing these and I wasn't a huge Kobe 5. I wasn't a huge Kobe 5 fan then. I've become a bigger fan now as I've gotten older. And by the time now that I want to buy them, they're, $700, $800 for any OG release of the Kobe 5 that hasn't dropped. Even like the Bruce Lee pairs, obviously, like that retroed a couple years ago, they're still sitting at like $500, $600. So a lot of people are fans of the Kobe 5 for sure. This is gonna be an iconic colorway to return, and it's gonna be an instant sellout. So get
Oh
yourself
yeah.
together for sure.
Get yourself together. I like that one. Because that's what they're gonna have to do for these.
Yep. And then also on the way is going to be the Air Force One Kobe in the Lower Marion with the Mamba touches, the Mamba logo, the snakeskin print on the upper. How you feeling about this?
I don't really have any complaints with these. Simple and clean. Can't really go wrong with that. You got the iconic Kobe logo on there. So you got the lining in that wine red. So got some nice touches there and the snakeskin too. So no complaints with this shoe. Pretty smooth. Nice, simple, and clean. And sometimes that's like a home run in itself. So nice, simple, clean shoe. So I think people will like these a lot.
Yeah, for sure. And the Kobe Air Force One has been doing relatively well. Like I've been liking a lot of the releases that they've been dropping over the last year.
Hmm.
This pair is going to be no different. This pair, the purple pair, like all of them have just been really clean colorways. Haven't necessarily been selling out, which is I think that that's actually a good thing.
Oh
Because a
yeah.
lot of for a long time, like Kobe's were just inaccessible after his passing.
Yeah.
So although these aren't Kobe silhouettes, the fact that somebody can go into Foot Locker today and get them a Kobe branded shoe is going to be big, and I think that that's going to do well with continuing the legacy of Kobe Bryant.
Absolutely. For sure.
Now, both of these will be dropping on the same day, which will be May 23rd of 2026. The Kobe 5 will drop at a retail price of 200, and the Air Force 1 is going to drop at a price of $120. Next we have our collab roundup. Do a quick rapid fire on all the collabs that are coming out, and let's get into it. First and foremost, we've got the Windows 10 Nike Air Max Muse. It's going to be dropping in 2 different colorways. You've got the blue, red, and orange pair, or excuse me, metallic. The actual color code is metallic gold, clear water, racer blue, chili red, and then the other is the metallic silver, anthracite, black, and rage green colorways. How you feeling about them?
Yeah, so the metallic silvers with the green, I like those a lot better than the multicolor ones. I think those multicolored ones are just a little too busy for me. Just it's just doing a little too much for me, a little too flashy. But those metallic silver and green gels, those are clean though. I like those a lot more. But those multicolor ones, nah.
They look like so. I do like the details on the orange, like the kind of space esque theme.
Hmm.
With the alien Dubrays, like all of that is nice details, but it looks like pizza. Like it doesn't look like it looks like they leaned too hard into retrofuturism.
Yeah.
If I have to say so. The Nike Air Max Muse is a big hit for the a lot of people are big fans of the Air Max Muse. I'm kind of whatever on it at this current juncture, and like you said, I like the metallic silver pair a lot more than I like the metallic gold clear water chili red pair.
Yeah.
Um, but uh, both of these will be releasing on November 1st for a retail price of $260. We say this and we know it's gonna sell out. So I don't know. I don't even know why we're even playing around with these. Like they're
Yeah, they
going to
tripping,
drop
but
in.
they gonna sell.
Both of them are gonna sell out, and people are going to, of course, have the red pair. They're gonna sit higher than the gold pair. I mean the silver pair because everybody likes to be weird. So if you're a big fan of the red pair, by all means, you're gonna have a probably a harder time than the silver pair. You're probably gonna have a hard time with both of them though.
Yep.
Next up we have Pokemon Puma Suede Mewtwo colorway, and this is a collab with Pokemon and Puma. Puma and Pokemon have been doing a few colorways here and there, and this is the latest one with a Mewtwo hang tag, and these are coming straight from Sneaker News. They got a kind of exclusive release on the exclusive scoop on these, so we can see that they come in kind of a shade similar to the Pokemon Mewtwo, with little lightning bolts coming out of the side of like the suede image, and it's a nice looking pair. I also like the Puma hang tag with the Mewtwo branding. It looks nice.
Yeah, I agree. This is a good pair. I like the colors on there. Definitely a perfect nod to Mewtwo and just how that Pokemon looked in general. So the coloring is pretty much on point when it comes to that. Nice details, not really doing too much with the different colors. There's different shades complement each other pretty nicely. Of course, you got the hang tag on there, a nice, cool little detail. This is a solid pair. So I think all the Pokemon fans and the Puma fans will definitely be outside for these for sure.
Yeah, for sure. And according to Sneaker News, this is going to be some sort of super special release, and they will be
Mm.
releasing on October 25th for a retail price of 300
What?
$300.
Oh my goodness gracious. They are crazy. They're going to sell out though.
What I assume they're probably, yeah, it's gonna be super limited release. What I assume they're probably going to do is they're gonna probably do like a merch tie-in with it. So they'll probably do like they'll add like a
Yeah.
shirt or something like that in with the shoes and like some
Hmm.
special packaging. But for 300, that's you better be doing that. Otherwise,
Right.
it's gonna be issues. It's still gonna sell
Yeah.
out, but it's gonna
Yeah,
be
for
issues.
sure. 300? Damn.
300.
That's crazy.
Yep. Next, following right up with Pokemon's Puma release, they're also going to be collabing with Adidas for their 30th anniversary, and we haven't really gotten any details on what they're going to be doing as far as this goes, but it's the 30th anniversary of Pokemon. Huge thing. Pokemon was everywhere when we were kids. So I'm very interested to see what Adidas does with Pokemon. They've also been frequent collaborators. I know that they did something, was it last year or year before that? They did like a whole apparel collab, and they did was it the Gazelle, or was it the Stan Smith that they did a shoe or collab with? Um, but yeah, I'm excited to see what they do with this for sure.
Yeah, same here. I'm definitely curious to see what they do. This is like a cool sneak peek with the logo and Pikachu up there chilling.
Hmm.
Um, Usually in the past, collabs with Adidas and Pokemon have always been a hit, whether it's sneakers or merch. So
Hmm.
I'm sure whatever they have in the bag is gonna be nice. So I'm definitely curious to see what they come up with for sure.
Next up is the Grateful Dead Oregon Ducks Nike Air Max 90. So, instant nod to the band Grateful Dead. Deadheads everywhere rejoice. They're also going to be paying homage to the Grateful Dead Nike SB that came out with the Bears. Was that 2020? Was that 2020? I believe it's 2020. And so you got the tie dye print on these, as well as the Oregon Duck collab. I think that, like, I'm not a huge fan of tie dye shoes, but I can admit that this is going to be a crazy collab for sure.
Yeah, these will definitely be a crazy collab. Also, never really been a huge fan of tie dye on sneakers, so luckily it's not too much on this shoe.
Hmm.
But I think like the color blocking is pretty solid. It's like a little bit of sail on there, and of course you got the whole Grateful Dead theme going on with Oregon Ducks. So I think they'll definitely be a hit, and they're definitely gonna be a problem.
Yeah, for sure. These are going to be releasing on October 24th. Retail price of $140. Go and get your chips ready because you know if they don't use it on the fragments, they might also use it on this one, because this one is gonna go crazy.
Hmm.
Really quick, let me see how much the pack for the Grateful Dead is going for right now. Grateful Dead SBs. The yellow pair is sitting at 600. The green pair is sitting at 600. Like, and in bigger sizes, like for me, I'm 11 on StockX right now, $1,100. Like, it's gonna be a
Ooh.
problem. You just
Oh
go,
yeah.
just brace yourself for that.
Yep. Just get ready.
Um, Next up, Eric Costin and Nike are going to be collabing on a Nike SB. I mean, Nike Air Max 95. And I think one thing that I noticed instantly is the Michigan esque colorway, kind of like that college navy varsity maze, but also the Costin branding on the tongue as well.
Yeah, these are pretty smooth. It's been a big year for Air Max 95s.
Hmm.
And, this just sort of adds on to it. I love the Michigan type colors on these. I definitely really want a pair of these. These are pretty smooth.
Yeah, and it's also gonna come with like this like tie branding as well on the forefront of the shoe, kind of like by where the mud guard is. And I think that it's gonna be a hit for sure. And I'm not sure. It doesn't look like it's gonna be a big bubble. It's just gonna be the regular AM95, but it's gonna be. It's definitely gonna be. It's gonna be great. And Costin is a legend in the skate world for sure. Like, it's definitely gonna do numbers. Now, this pair is going to release. Oh, no, doesn't have a release date yet. Holiday 2025 is when we're going to be expecting this one. Lastly, in the collab roundup, we have the Moalola Jordan 14. It's going to be releasing in 2026. Don't really have much information on this. This is not even the pair. Like, we don't have color codes or anything. It was just an announcement that this is coming out. Moalola, for those who are uninitiated, is a Nigerian designer. If you were deep in New Balance and your New Balance bag, you might remember the 9060 that Moalola dropped. She did two pairs. It was kind of like this black and purple colorway, and I think like this black and green colorway, if I'm remembering correctly. I'm not too deep in it, but I do vaguely remember that colorway from a couple years back. But yeah, we don't really have much to go off of, so we can't really say anything about it. It's coming.
Yeah, I've just been hearing that it's coming, and I know it's going to be a 14. I was hearing that it's going to be a black and white 14. Not sure how
Mm.
true that is, but definitely looking forward to seeing what's done with this shoe. I am a Jordan 14 fan, so hopefully they don't ruin it. I don't think they will, but yeah, definitely curious to see what's coming since we don't have much info on them yet.
Yeah, and again, like she's starting to gain a buzz, in the world of fashion. So I'm not gonna be worried about the shoe. It's just I'm curious as to how she's gonna execute the actual design of the shoe. And that right there is our collab roundup. Next, it's one of our favorite releases or segments of the show, Cop the Restock. It's the
Here
namesake
we
of the
go.
pod. Cop the Restock for this week will be it's not a crazy release week, but there's gonna be some hitters there. Gonna hit the transition. First one up is the Jaw 3 Showstopper. It's also been called the Mink Brown, but that's the color code. I think Foot Locker's officially dubbed it the Showstopper pair. It's going to be dropping on October 15th. So by the time this pod comes out, it will be now available for a retail price of $125. How are you feeling about this? Where you think this is gonna go?
Nice fall colorway. Jaw threes have been doing pretty well lately. I think there's a chance that these could sell out like the other colorways. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm thinking maybe cop the restock. That's what I'm going with for now. Yeah.
So with the like Neapolitan esque theme with the brown and then the pink swoosh, I'm gonna go out on a limb and I'm just gonna say it might actually sit.
Okay. We're going to
You
see.
know, Jaw threes have been doing well for sure, but with the price of admission pair kind of sitting right now, I think that people are gonna be kind of waiting for those bigger colorways to come out, and it's kind of stabilized as far as the continuous releases. So I think that this one might actually sit. Um, with that being said, I still probably will cop it somewhere down the line. It's not going to be an instant cop. I'm not buying it tomorrow unless
Yeah.
like we do a review on it. But it's whatever to me. Next up we have the Levi's Nego Air Force 3, and this is going to be releasing on October 16th for retail price of $150. It did already release on October 10th. This is the second release, and it did relatively well, but for me, I think that it's gonna sit. The Air Force 3s haven't been doing very well as far as the lows have gone. I think that, well, with the Levi collab, it may do well, but I'm inclined to believe that it's not going to, and I think that it's probably going to sit. And even if it doesn't sit, you can probably cop it for down the line for like maybe like 95, $100, $110.
Yeah, I think these will also sit. Um, Although they are a nice shoe, I do like the colorway on them. The Air Force 3 hasn't really been a shoe that like many people are sort of like rushing to cop, but I think these will be around. I
Hmm.
can't determine how long they'll be around,
Yeah.
but I think they'll be around if folks want them. So I think they will sit for a little bit.
You know what? I'm not gonna use this pair. I'll probably use the pair that came out last year.
Hmm.
Uh, there's an Air Force 3 over there. I was gonna pull it out. I couldn't find it. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna. It's gonna be used as a soul swap. That's what I'm gonna use an Air Force 3 for.
There you go.
Uh, yeah. Unfortunately, these just. I mean, with the Levi's collab, it may actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, it's a Levi's collab. I'm actually gonna change my answer to cop the restock.
Okay, we're gonna
Yeah.
see.
Next up we have the Sabrina 3 also releasing on October 16th in the gamer colorway. It's Sab 3s don't do numbers like that. You can let them sit.
Yeah, I'm thinking the same thing. These will probably sit. I do like how that green pops,
Mm-hmm.
but cool shoe, nice basketball shoe. Shout out to Sab. But yeah, I think these will sit. I think these will be around if folks really want
Yeah, and this is going to be retailing for 145. Yeah, I think that you could probably cop them. Let me actually see. What was because I know Sabrina 3s are, yeah, they're starting to go on sale, especially now that the season is over. They'll probably, even though it's a popular shoe and obviously it's going to be a shoe that's going to transcend into the NBA season, a lot of the NBA players are going to wear it. It's still probably going to hit, like the original pairs are starting to hit that $100 range. So you could probably wait on this pair as well and do the same. Next up, our cop the resale pair of the week, the Infinite Archive Jordan 17 Low. This is what
them.
we mean when we say we want Jordan 17.
For sure, for sure.
And
These are very smooth.
uh what do you think these are gonna do?
Well, you already know.
Yeah.
Folks are filling out their raffles right now and getting
Mm-hmm.
their resale money ready. I know that there were two raffles already on the Infinite Archives website. I know
Mm-hmm.
because I took two fat L's on both of them
Mm-hmm.
trying to get my trying to get my pair.
Yep.
But I did do another raffle for our mama and year today. So folks, just get your raffles in, even though a lot of folks are not gonna hit. So just get your resale money ready because
Yeah.
you just know what it is. These are fire though.
They are. They're very fire. And I do like the it's not here, but I do like the box and like the basic theme of it. Basically, this is actually an archive-esque pair.
Hmm.
I've been loving all of the rollout on this pair and everything. Cop the
Yeah,
resale. Just
definitely. Just get
um
ready.
yep. Even at the 255, cop the resale, you're gonna have to pay for 425 for it. Don't even worry about it. Don't need your
Yeah.
money. Next up is and that's gonna be on October 17th. The next pair dropping on October 18th is going to be the Jordan 1 Retro High OG in the fur or the pro green colorway. And y'all don't like Jordan 1s anymore. I'm convinced that y'all don't like Jordan 1s anymore. And with the shattered backboards slowly but surely creeping into that 120, 100, like they'll go on sale for 120, 110. Y'all don't like Jordan 1s anymore. These are going to sit.
Yeah, I think these will definitely sit. They are very clean, but
Mm-hmm.
I don't think I'll have to cop these like immediately off the bat. I imagine that they'll sit and they'll go on sale, and I'll probably maybe strike then. But yeah, no huge rush to buy these. They'll be around if folks want them. They are nice though.
They are. I'm not gonna say that they're not like they're a terrible shoe or anything. They are a really nice shoe. It's just
Hmm.
you can definitely get you a pair in January, I would say.
Yeah. Hmm.
And if you do get your pair for you, Jay, make sure you get you a size 12 because this is a women's exclusive release. So you got to get your women's sizing together. You
Yeah.
know. Yeah, for 185, y'all not buying this for 185. Y'all buy it for 120. Yeah. And then lastly, on October 21st, we've got the Nike basketball Halloween pack. And we have 5 shoes in the Halloween pack. We're going to go through each and every one of them. First and foremost, we've got the probably the biggest shoe in the pack. I think that this is the shoe that's going to sell out. It's going to be
Oh
the
yeah.
Ja 3 Zombie. Going to
Hmm.
retail on October 21st at 140. It's a hit. Plain and simple.
Yeah, major hit. The colorway on this is insane. Perfect theme for Halloween.
Mm-hmm.
I'm so glad they come with red laces because I definitely want them to put the red laces in them
Mm-hmm.
because I mean they just go hard regardless, even with the black laces. But these are gonna be an instant sellout. So cop the
Yeah.
resale.
I also like the Dubrays on these as well. The gold grill that says Ja on it. Like all the whole thing, just fire. Like
Yeah.
if it, I believe it's gonna be on Foot Locker, which means that I don't have to cop the resale because then I can walk into a Foot Locker and get this pair. Let me double check really quickly in secret. Yep, I will be on. Beautiful. I can go into Foot Locker, walk in and get this pair and walk home.
There you go.
Okay, next up we have the KD 18 Slim Reaper, retailing for a price of 170. How you feeling about this one?
I like these as well. I like the sort of skeleton details on them. Looks like those soles glow in the dark.
Mm-hmm.
Correct me if I'm wrong.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a nice touch too. Of course, you got the black on there as well. I think these are a solid shoe. Not sure if they'll sell out, but they do look good. I like them a lot.
Yeah, honestly, I think this is actually. I actually beg to differ. I think that this is going to also sell out. I think that the KD 18 hasn't had a real big hitter. I think this is going to be the first one for it. I believe in this pair. I think that it's another hit. It's not going to fly off the shelves in the same way that the Zombie Ja 3 is going to, but I think that you might have to watch Foot Locker or Nike just to make sure, especially big sizes. You know, you might come up empty if you let it sit too long.
Yeah, I agree with that. They are pretty fire.
Yeah. Somebody releases a pair with a glow in the dark outsole, and if the skeleton hand and the Nike swoosh all glow in the dark, yeah, I
Yeah,
think people are
a
gonna line up
hit.
for that. Yeah.
Hmm.
Next up is the Victor Wembanyama Nike Zoom GT Hustle 3 Halloween, releasing at a retail price of $210. And at 210 it's a very hard sell.
Yeah.
It's a nice looking shoe. Like the entire pack is
Hmm.
nice. It's just
Yep.
kind of gauging whether or not it's going to sell out. I don't think this is going to sell out. But what I will say is that it looks really good.
Yeah, it's a really good looking shoe. Color combinations are fire. I think it's well executed. The details on these are nice. Like you said, 210 is a hard sell. So I do think that these will sit for some time.
Yeah. Um Next up is the Book One Scorpion.
Got
How you
another
feeling?
book.
How
Another
you feeling
book.
about it?
I mean, you see one book, you see a million more. But I mean, not a bad colorway.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like the soles are glowing in the dark on these as well.
Mm-hmm.
Simple but clean. Not really doing too much. Not too over the top. Just like with most other books, I think these will sit. They'll be around if you want them.
Yeah. And I do like the scorpion overlay detailing. It reminds me of either a Kobe or a LeBron, and it's not coming to me. Which one? Um, I can't remember which one at this moment, but either way, it's gonna sit. Like
Yeah.
you don't like of all the pairs, this is not the one you need to worry about for sure. Like people are tired of the book one, point blank.
It's
we're
time
just we're
for a
just
book
tired of it.
two.
Lastly, is the Zoom Freak 7 Shapeshift. This actually, I'm gonna say that this is a brick. I of all the pairs, I'm actually not a fan of the Sesame Street Muppet looking tongue. Like it doesn't look as good to me. Like I think that I think this one was a swing and a miss.
Yeah, I don't really like the like fuzzy furry tongue look either. Color combinations are okay, but not really a shoe that I would cop. These are a brick. I think they'll be around for quite some time. Might hit the outlets too, so we'll see.
Yeah, I'm not in any way, shape, or form even remotely concerned about this shoe sitting. Like you can get these probably in like February, March. Like don't you know what? I say this and this shoe is gonna sell out and I'm gonna be like, okay, I'm officially out of touch with the world. But I truly don't think this is gonna sell out. I think
Yeah,
this is
I
this
don't see it.
no. And with that, that marks the end of the segment. And that's the end of the pod. Another great episode in the bag, I would say. Again,
Absolutely.
again, I do apologize that it's been a couple weeks since we had a release. It's on me. I touched the ball, coach.
It's all
But
good, brother.
yeah, make sure you guys follow us everywhere at Cop the Restock, except for on X/Twitter, Copped a Restock. You can follow me at the MackRoberts and follow Joey.
I'm Joey Green. Can't miss
And
it.
we will catch you next time. I don't want to say next week, next time. Peace.